I feel like this is more of a self-talk rather than me sitting here trying to teach you something, trying to pass down a life lesson that I've learned. It's more of something that I need to hear myself continuously. And I think everyone needs to know, no loss will ever feel like a loss if you think this way, you know? I used to be like, oh, I love this person so much and I just lost them. I had this big opportunity that I let slide out of my hand. But once you think this way, it's like in my whole life, I've never lost anything or anyone. Never. Never. I've lost people that I love. I've lost so many opportunities that I regret not taking. But you must understand one thing. No loss is an actual loss once you understand this. And I have a little bit of cough today. I'm sitting here with my morning cappuccino. If you follow me on Instagram, you know already every weekend. Yes. Since 2 years and a half ago, now 3 years almost, I've had crazy ambitions and I have had this burning desire of becoming successful, becoming different from everybody else and achieving success. My mindset at the time was completely different when I just started, Just like every one of you, I just started. I didn't know what it was, I was very into that self-improvement shit, like wake up early, take the cold showers, meditate. And don't get me wrong, that I don't want to talk about morning routine. So in this video, I still have a morning routine to this day, a morning process that I follow because I believe everybody needs to have a morning process to set them into place before attacking the day. If you don't have a morning process, 3 to 4 steps, less than 5 seconds, that can touch all three of the points: mind, physique, and spiritual activation, to then go through your day and crazy smash your day, then you're not ready for the day and you're not gonna ever achieve your maximum potential, especially through the first hours of the morning, to be at the highest productivity ever. But that's not the point. I've lost people throughout my life, and you already know how it is, right? Say you lose a girl, you already know how it is. You're gonna cry over her for a few weeks. You're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna be like, oh, she was the one, bro. We had so many memories, whatever, right? When you lose something valuable or a big opportunity, it's like the same thing, right? You regret, you genuinely regret. Now, let me tell you something. What if I told you that in life, loss cannot happen? It's all about perspective. I forget who I heard this from, but it's like a glass with water halfway, until halfway through the glass. One guy will say that the cup of water is half filled, but another guy will say that the cup of water is half empty. Both people are seeing the same thing, but they're looking at it differently. When I want to talk about my goals, when I want to talk about, say, my physical goals, I can be saying that it's been 2 years that I did not achieve shit, that I still look like shit, or I can also say that it's been 2 years that I've come closer to my goals. Which one will be more effective, bro? My phone's getting heated up. You need to understand this one thing, bro. How you look at things will genuinely change how things are. The reason why most people have a negative mindset and then they actually get the negative outcome, they've done it for themselves. They've done it for them fucking self. I don't understand how some people are like, oh bro, it's not gonna go well, all this negative outcome. And then when it actually fucking happens, they're like, oh, I knew it. They're the fucking victim. The world does not happen. Sorry, the world is not as it is as you are. The way you visualize things, the way you look at things, is the way things will go. Two small examples. Well, when I took my driving test, I told myself, there's no way I'm gonna not pass, you know. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys live in US or UK, whatever. Before I take a driving test, you need a 43 mark out of 50. And I generally recorded a video saying, guys, I will pass with a 45 out of 50. I visualized it and I'll speak my thoughts into reality. Guess what? I walked out with a 45 out of 50. I have the full video on it. Same thing goes with my job, you know. As a 17-year-old with a sales job and, you know, with no professional experience was extremely difficult, especially here in the UK and especially in such a popular area. But I told myself, I recorded a video and I posted on the Instagram a few months ago actually, saying that I will get this job, I will walk out of this building with a job, right? And it was the second stage of the interview, but the guy liked me so much, the CEO liked me so much. Normally they make you go through a process and they say, we'll let you know through a call or through an email, and they, you know, talk to each other and decide within a week. And to me, right there in the interview, he just looked as, you know, it's like the CEO and like the son, his son is the manager. He just looked at his son and he was like, just give him the job right there and then in front of me. But I spoke these things into reality, right? When I have my goals, I never doubt like some of you guys. Like some of you guys doubt so fucking much, you don't even try because you're so deluded. You're like, you don't even fucking try. Bro, imagine how fucking stupid and such losers people are. Their mindset is so closed that they are so convinced that they can't do it that they don't even fucking try. What a fucking loser. Oh, I'm gonna go all in into my diet. I am going to lock in into my physique. Don't even fucking try. What a fucking loser. You need to speak your thoughts into reality. But my main point in the video was losing. How you speak, how you think is how you act. How you act will determine the outcome of things. So indirectly, but in a way directly through many courses of actions, you decide outcomes. And so now if something goes your way or something does not go your way, you decide it. Do you see how it's all perspective? Now that you understand how perspective works, let me tell you about losses. Because when you lose something or someone, just like the guy that looks at the cup as half filled, there's also the guy that sees it as half empty. And so, when you lose something or someone, you can either see it as a loss, as a loss of something, say opportunity. You got crazy job opportunity, you got crazy business opportunity that you lost. You can either see it as a lost opportunity or as a gained experience and a gained step closer to your success. Every negative events that happen, bro. Every single negative event that happens brings you closer to the positive event. Think about it. Maybe the 200 doors that needs to close right in front of your face before the 201st opens. Why would you be mad that the 100th time you failed and the door closed again when you know that you fucking stepped further and there's only 100 more to go? See, this is the problem. This is the problem with some people, is the second, the third fucking door closes, they don't take any step anymore. They don't understand that it's about taking more and more and more steps until you get to the one that will finally open. Maybe you're behind the last wall that you need to break through before you finally get what you were looking for. Maybe it's a consistency. Maybe it's the last time you need to get the fuck out of the bed, struggling so much, and put the alarm off and then struggle with 4 hours of sleep before you can finally go through a whole month of momentum without breaking your consistency easily. The problem is most of you guys see what happened in the moment. It's the same concept as delayed and instant gratification. Sometimes the outcome that you want is distant, but in order to get to the outcome, you need to travel this path. And most of the people fall and they don't get back up. They decide to stay there because they don't visualize the path and the door that is back right in front there. But maybe all it takes them is to get back up one more time and walk 3 more steps to finally get there. You just don't know. That's the only thing. The future is never guaranteed. But only one thing is guaranteed. The more no's you take, the closer you get to the yes. You guys need to stop stumbling across the next failure, across the next loss. You need to understand that every fucking event that happens will bring you closer to where you want to go. And I'll leave you with that, guys. Keep grinding.